All right, everyone. Hello. How are you guys doing? Um, I don't usually do these just chatting streams, but I did promise that I was going to do this one a while back, but I never got around to doing it because I went on a almost 2 month long business trip. And I could have done it down there, but I didn't trust the where I was, but I didn't trust the internet to do so. But um yeah, here we are. Hello to everyone. Um My name is Ella Rossetto Box. Um, the last time I did one of these was when I was actually testing out my PS3, and I was going to just do that on my PS3, but the switcher I had does not work anymore. So yeah, that sucks. But yeah. So this is my um I'm going to talk about the platinums I've gotten so far over the course of probably since 2015. And then we're also going to talk about trophies and trophy hunting and how it's a little tedious and annoying sometimes. So let me expand this to the full. All right, guys. So right here is where I lost sound. Well, I lost the recording of my voice, and I did not realize I wasn't talking the whole time. So, I'm going to talk about um how um those first three platinums. So, all right. So I'm gonna follow around what the videos talk. What I was going to say is that I went. These are the list. I did in alphabetical order. The first one was root letter. Um, I wish I had the cursor visible because I don't know how much I'm saying here. I'm probably saying a bunch of bullshit. um, Also, this is a separate recording, as I said, because I didn't realize my voice was gone. My mic wasn't working anymore. Um, yeah. So past self is still talking and not realizing and hasn't moved on. Let's see. Let's see. Where did I start? Okay, so I must have started scrolling down. Okay. All right. Let me go back. All right. So root letter. There's not really much I can say about this game, but um, how it is an acquired taste. It is about a dude named Max. He's either a Japanese American or either Japanese American or Japanese just with a Japanese person with a American name. His name is Max. He had a pen pal when he was in high school in 1999, and then found a letter from the pen pal 15 years later, saying that she killed someone. So he went to Shimano to find her and her friends. This is definitely a love it or hate it game. Um, Full stop. That is literally a game where you either love it or hate it. It's usually on sale. This is just the original one. There is a remake called Last Answer, which live action actors. Um, that game used to go for like $3.99, but because they changed publishers, it now is up to $7.99 when it goes on sale. Like I said, it's the acquired taste. Just do whatever. Um, the Big Daddy is 428 Shibuya Scramble. That one is a game that was on the Wii back in 2006, and then it did get ported to the PS3 in Japan. It's actually a prequel to an anime called Canon, that was made by Nasu, who does Fate Stay Night. It is connected to that. Um, that was me scrolling down. But yeah. Let me finish. Keep talking. I'm gonna talk really fast. I really recommend that game. Um, this is a visual novel where actually you have to keep jumping from timeline to timeline to make sure that you get to the ending. For example, one person could say something, and if you don't do the right choice, someone in a different timeline will get their bad ending. Yeah. Now we're going to talk about 7 Days of Rose, where the platinum name is misspelled because they knew it was shovelware, and the art is beautiful, but yeah, it's called Platinum Days. All right, so we're going back to the trophy list, and this is where I actually do have the recording. Um, I'm actually going to splice myself with my other next recording. Um, so yeah, so I'll be right back, guys, and you're gonna hear me talk again. And but yeah, this is future me. Bye. Hmm, Okay, so this one is called A Short Hike. This game here. I highly recommend getting this one either on sale or off sale. You are a bird teenager who has been sent to stay with her aunt who works in a mountainous park. Um, and you've been there for a certain indeterminate amount of time, and you were told you wanted to call your mom, but cell service is bad because it's a mountain, and your aunt tells you, "Hey, just go on a hike, go to the top of the mountain, call your mom." And it is, and as you go on that hike, you meet everyone else who either lives there, or is vacationing there, or is just hiking, or training, or like there are people running. Um, it took me 9 months to complete this game, even though you see that it should only take 4 hours. It's because there's a trophy in this game related to the mini game where you have to bounce a ball back 30 times. Yes. And I was failing right before I got to 25. That was the worst part of this game. Everything else is easy. So, but yeah, it's a very amazing game. Once again, if you have got one of those huge itch.io bundles, this game is in there. Um, moving on. Sketchbook about her son. I could just say this is a visual novel, but this is a visual novel where it was made just for to promote their album, because each chapter is a part of the album that's attached to this game. Very beautiful. The music is great. Art is good, but you can definitely tell that that's what that is. And the album's only 36 minutes long. So, yeah. All right. To explain this one here, why I have two of them and why one is PH and one is NA. At at the time that I got this back in March of 2022, this was the last PS Vita game that got physically released. This is Winter's Daydream by Ibahime. It took me 6 hours to play this game because I already played it before, as you can see here, a year before. It is about a son coming back home from college, going to go visit his grandmother. His grandmother mysteriously turns into a young woman again, and you just go around town and having her enjoy herself, and you find out more things about your grandmother. It's a very sweet story. It's very short. I do recommend it. It goes on sale a lot on PlayStation, and of course, this is my original one when I played on my Vita. So this is the North American one, and that is the physical release. Okay, A Year of Springs. So A Year of Springs, I definitely recommend getting. On sale, off sale, just get it. Um, it's about a Japanese trans woman and her time going to a hot springs with her best friend who she has a crush on, and her friend who is a lesbian. Um, it gives more insight on how trans people are treated in Japan, and I did not like one of the things I did not know about is the fact that um you can't, if you have kids, you can't transition until they're older, which is it's wild. Um but other things in each there are 3 chapters, and it's all about both all 3 women um, having a spring or a growing about themselves or coming into a realization about themselves. Um, Highly recommended. This is a dev who's also on Twitter, just like Ibihime is. So highly recommended. Alpha Set by Palgi. It only took me 1 hour and 22 minutes. If I remember correctly, this was for PlayStation. I did this one for PlayStation Access's Platinum Frenzy that they did for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. They were completing a bunch of platinums in one day because they had the day off and it was the Jubilee. So yeah, so yeah, it's a short puzzle game. I love all of the the Lighthouse Palgi games. So yeah, it's a just a word search. All right, so Arcade Spirits. This is another one where the devs are on Twitter. They're very nice and you will talk to them. They'll answer. But Arcade Spirits is set in a timeline where the great video game crash back in the 80s did not happen, and arcades are now super popular and a huge place to go to still. Um, there's not much I can say without spoiling it, but I highly recommend it. I got this game physically. I found it at Best Buy. I think the physical copies are now really rare. I don't know. But a sequel came out and I have yet to get it, but it's been on my list for a while. So definitely recommend it. All right, Astro's Playroom. This is the game that you get on your PS5 when you get it. This is the very first game on there. As you can see, I haven't done the DLC yet, so it went from S rank to an A rank. It took me 3 weeks to do because broke it apart. It's a very fun and short game. Teaching you how to use the PS5's features. There is a secret boss. I was not expecting that boss at all at the end of the game. Um, yeah, I I actually am excited for the new Astrobot game. I did not play the Astrobot Rescue Mission because I didn't have a VR headset. I think I own it because they gave it away for free, but yeah. And then of course in the Playroom, I didn't have a PlayStation 4 camera, so I didn't get to play the Playroom. That was the game that was bundled in with the PS4. But of course, if you got a launch PS4, then you got it the PlayStation camera. But if you got a PS4 later, like I did, I got mine I think 2 years later because the PS4 came out in 2013, late 2013 or 14. Yeah, 2013. I got mine from the Nathan Drake collection. There was no camera, so mm, yeah. All right, Autumn's Journey. This is another visual novel. Didn't take me long to complete. Very short and sweet. It's also in one of those itch.io bundles, so very large ones for charity. I recommend playing it. All right, Bee Simulator. This is a game I completed for December. I'm doing December as there's a these were that was competing that was a the monthly theme for the community game along that I'm in. I participate in. Um, Very cute game. The only issue is that there's a bug that made me play through this game 3 times, which is why it's a week long. Um, there I would say the only flaws about this game is that it is buggy. And that pun is intended. There are lots of bugs and it's buggy. Um, I do recommend it, but just get it on sale. Blind Men. As you can see, I completed it in 15 minutes and then 6 hours. The 15 minutes was an accident, technically, because the I think this dev is not their English is not a native language to them, so it was a little hard to read it at first. And I was like, you know what? How about I just put it on auto? And I didn't realize the auto was super fast, so it completed the entire game before I realized it. So that's why for the longest time this was my fastest one. But a few weeks later, as you see, I got it on the Vita and I played it, and it took me 6 hours to get through. It is about a villain and super spy, and the super spy is trying to stop him. I did well for this dev. They had another game that came out on Kickstarter. I backed the game. I need to check up on it and see how that is. But yeah, all right, Burly Minute C. This is a very cute and adorable game. This is another one where the devs are on Twitter, or they were. Um, it, this is one where you can see it's a cross buy, and if you have a PlayStation and you've had your PlayStation for a while, this game is on there. Like you probably have gotten it. However, I recommend playing it on the Vita because of how the game is designed. When I played this first on the PS4, I didn't like it. I actually put it down, and that's why I have a 2 month gap. But when I put it on my Vita, when I finally got one, um, I sped through it. It was amazing. All right, C14 dating. This is about a college student going to spend her summer um, at an archaeological dig and meeting very different people there who she can date. Um, there's You can turn off mini games for this. The mini games for this are kind of difficult, which is why the dev here, Winter Wolves, said you can turn it off. It took me 14 hours and 14 minutes, which I think this is a lie because I actually started this game months beforehand, but I didn't get a single trophy for a while because of the mini game. Yeah, so this is a lie. But yeah. All right, so Calico. I got this game in the big itch.io bundle and I had fun with it. It's very simple and cute, and I have been waiting for the PlayStation 4 release, and they said it was delayed. That was also when it was supposed to go on Stadia, and of course, Google Stadia is gone. But yeah, it took me 11 hours 55 minutes to complete this game. Um, this game also has a bug with it, which also caused it corrupted my game save file, and I had to replay most of the game over again. But I finished it in one afternoon. Um, it's very cute and sweet. They're cats. You can change your clothes. You can run a cat cafe. I'm actually, if you want to know, let me actually open this up in a new tab. I am the third person to get a platinum for this game, and if I can remember correctly, I am the third person. I think there's a way to show that I'm the fastest. Do I think I'm the fastest person? 100 Club. Yes, I'm the fastest person to get this trophy, the platinum trophy for this game. Um, yeah. So this is the PS4 version. Like I said, I am the fastest person to get the platinum for Calico. Once again, if you have any like qualms about this game, it does go on sale on PC a lot. It's also on Switch. And once again, if you got that huge one of those huge itch.io bundles, this game is in there. So try it out, see if you like it. If you like it, then play it. All right. So back to this. Alrighty, Code Realize, Bouquet Full of Rainbows. This is an Otome game for a series that started on the Vita. This actually is the last Otome game that was released on PlayStation consoles. Um, this is a combination of the main game, which was Code Realize Guardian Rebirth, and the fan disc, which was Code Realize Future Blessings. Um, this game can be pretty tedious. There is a set route into how to play it, and I know a lot of people don't like that, and I don't like that either, to be able to get all the trophies in order. Um, this is also a very acquired taste game because of the fact that um, I actually don't like the I don't like Cardia. Now, the boys I do like. I love me some St. Justine and Frankenstein and Lupin. But it was very clear that this game was geared towards the main boy who was Lupin, and that puts people off. I know it put me off, but it took me 2 weeks to get through. Um, I hate that most of the personality for all the characters were in the fan disc, and I'll get into that when I get to Wintertide, which is the final story. Um, yeah, this is an acquired taste. It's on the Vita. I don't think it's on PC yet. The game it's on the Vita as Guardian Rebirth and Future Blessings, and it also is on the Switch. So if you want to play it, I would recommend it if you like Otome games. But yeah, but this was the very last Otome game released on the PS4 on any PlayStation console. I hope they come back. I hope they don't stay on the Switch forever. I do like actually playing my games on different platforms. All right, Wintertide Miracles. This is another. As you can see, they're both in February, and I played these games for the Valentine's Day theme for the dating simulator for February month. Um, so this was the final fan disc, which is Wintertide Miracles. It was yeah, so this was the last release that was ever given for a Otome game on the PlayStation consoles, so it came out on PS4 and PS Vita. I actually own the Vita version. I don't own the PS4 version. Um, and it took me about 3 hours to get through. Very short, super short. It's not as long as Bouquet of Rainbows and Future Blessings were. There is an extra route that actually is set in Guardian of Rebirth, but they put it in here. And I, I hate, once again, I hate that most of the characterization and issues that I had with Guardian of Rebirth were not in those games. Like, the characters, like, they were all fixed in the fan disc when they all should have been in the main game in the first place. And when this game was released, because Future Bouquet of Rainbows came out like at least 2 or 3 years after um, the first two after the Future Blessings came out on the Vita. They could have put that in. They could have fixed it, and they didn't. And that was my main issue with it. Once again, Otome games, if that's your thing, go play them. All right, so Coffee Talk. This is an amazing game. You make you you're this is set in a world where um, like the fairy tale monsters that we think of exist, and they work normal jobs and they live with us and they live side by side for humans. And you run a coffee shop that's frequented by humans and other supernatural creatures. It took me 2 days to get through it. This is an amazing game. I'm not going to spoil anything for it. You guys have to play it yourself. The sequel came out last year, Hibiscus and Tea. And I'm actually thinking of getting I have it on PC, but I want to get it again. I want to get it on PlayStation. Amazing game. All right, The Strength. As you can see, I played this game twice. Um, Once on the Vita, then once again a few months later on the PS4. Um, I streamed this game. I know I streamed the second game. I didn't stream this one. Um, so it should be on my YouTube channel if you search for it. Um, this is about um a person who's working for insurance, and he evicts an old lady and she dies, and he only does it so he can rise up in his company. And it shows how money can fuck you up, and how money and ambition fucks you up, and that's basically what these games are about. um they're horror adjacent. They're not too scary, um but I love these games. Jesse Falconen makes some really good games. Like I said, it only took me 13 hours to complete this one, an hour to do this one, because they're really short. I recommend them. Go play them. All right, Doki Doki Literature Club. What can I say about this game that has been said before? I think this 15-hour thing is a lie, because there is a trophy in here where you have to get a particular scene, like a particular like piece of art that takes forever to get. Which is why it took me 11 hours 1 week. I did stream myself playing this game. It's rough. When people say, "Oh, there's trigger warnings," there are trigger warnings for this game. Um, but yeah, the getting the deluxe. I have the physical edition. Getting the physical edition a um was definitely worth it. So that's all I can say about this game. All right, so next up, Donut County. I randomly got this game on sale because it looked cute, and I streamed myself going to the very end, and I think I uploaded on on my YouTube account. I don't know. Um, but yeah, you're delivering donuts, but in the end, you end up delivering actual holes, and you're making everything fall into the hole. Um, Very short game. It's the 3 months is I went back to clean up some trophies, but it literally only took me 3 hours to complete this game. So highly recommend it. But yeah. So drowning. Um, I played the video version of this game, which means it was very janky, and I don't think that was the best way to play this game, even though it came out on the Vita. Um, it's you're how can I can't even explain this game. I don't recommend it unless you actually read into what it's about. Yeah. So we're gonna move on. All right, everybody's gone to the rapture. So this 2 week thing is also a lie. I actually this game came was given away for free on PlayStation Plus back in 2016, 2016, 2017. I can't remember. I played it and I got completely unsettled and I stopped playing it and did not pick it up again until last year where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sit through it, I'm gonna play it. It took me 2 weeks and 5 days, and it's unsettling, but a very good story. I don't know how hmm, this became unattainable. That's so weird. But yeah, um, very amazing story. It's a walking simulator where everyone is gone, and you're trying to figure out why, what happened, and the only stories you will get is from radios, books, and also running into these balls of light that tell you what happened, that talk about what happened. Um, Story is amazing. I'm not going to tell you anymore. Just go play it. All right, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. As this is the updated version when they got moved from Devolver Games to Epic Games. I don't know why this has an unattainable trophy yet. I'll look. It took me 1 year and 5 months. Most of this was an auto pop that I got from when I played the game, the original version of the game, and then I just finished out and grinded it out last year. Um, Pretty fun. Play it with friends. Um, yeah, that's really all I can say. Actually, let's see why is there a unattainable trophy? Let's see what happened. Warning: unattainable trophies. Which one is unattainable? All right, let's look at the PS5 list because that will tell us. Because I don't have the PS5 version. Let's see which one. So it's the Platinum Trophy and Big Bully. Knock someone over. How is it unattainable? Does it not? Is it not counting anymore? Yeah, so I think it's just not counting. I think it's just a bug because this is one of the easiest ones you can get. All right, so at least it's not like before. Right, but yeah, there's really nothing I can say about Fall Guys. All right, 50 words by Paugi. As you can see, I've played it twice. Once on my Vita and once on my PS4. I would say playing on the Vita is actually more preferable than a PS4 because you can actually look down and look at the screen. If you have a portal, maybe that would actually work, the PlayStation Portal. Maybe it'll work on there better. As long as you're playing it on a screen um and not on a big screen TV. That's why it took me 5 hours. It took me 2 months here because I actually was not looking at a guide. Um, but yeah, very fun. Football game. It's a horror slash mystery game. I played it on my Vita. It took about 2 days to do. That's really all I can say about it. I would say just go ahead and play it. Freezer Pops. I played this for V in November last year. It took me 4 hours. This is the all right. This is another thunderstorm. This is the safe for work version of this game. I own the PC version of this game, which is not safe for work. Um, yeah, don't yeah, that's really all I can say about that. Basically, if you like buff dudes, I would get this game on sale. Or if you want the not safe for work version, get it on Steam or get it from itch.io. That's it. All right, Halloween puzzle. If you don't, this is actually a free game. It's literally just a matching puzzle. It took me about 2 hours. Um, the difficulty does spike at the very end with the larger puzzle because you only have a certain amount of moves to match everything. Very short, very sweet. All right, Hidden Cats of New York. So I found out about the series from the dev because they gave me a key for it. Actually, I should have just added the completion, but I'll do it later. They gave me a key for Hidden Cats of London a few months ago. I played it and told them what I thought about it. It's very cute. You're just collecting cats. You're finding all the different cats everywhere. Very cute, very short. I played like a couple of minutes after work before playing Overwatch with my friends for about a week. Didn't take me long. Very fun. Hitman 3. This is my crowning achievement of over more Fall Guys, even though Fall Guys is a 10 out of 10 difficulty. Um, Hitman 3. As you can see, I only have an A rank. I didn't get the 100% because I am not really good at the sniper rounds. But yeah, Hitman 3, amazing game, totally amazing game. Highly recommend it. Um, I of course own Hitman 2, so a lot of my stuff transferred over, and of course I own Hitman the Definitive Edition and everything. Um, yeah, this is why it is here. My trophy cabinet is number one. But yeah, super fun game. It's a great way to close out the World of Assassination trilogy. I have not played Hitman Freelancer. Um, I do know this game is currently on sale for the summer game sale, the Steam summer sale on Steam. However, it is broken apart, and yes, it is very confusing to figure out what version of this game to get. Yes, it is. All right, Hitman Go. This is the very last game I played on my PS4 before switching over to PS5 because you cannot play this game on the PS5. I have mixed feelings about it. I did like the puzzle aspect of it. I did like how it used some stuff from previous games. It's just that sometimes it can get a little tedious, which is why it took me a month and 6 days to get through. Yes, that's all I can say about it. All right, G-Say. So this is a game that I actually originally played. I played the PC version years ago. Um, I hope they do release the third game on consoles. Um, it's a mystery game, mystery visual novel. Took me about 11 hours to get through. Very short, very sweet. Not sweet, but it's a murder mystery where someone is murdered while you were at a coffee shop and you are trying to figure out who killed her. So yeah, just a phrase by Palgi. Another puzzle game. Um, you're figuring out different phrases. It took me 6 months to get through this because I was literally just playing it during breaks. So yeah. All right, just ignore them. This is by Strenga Games. They have a whole series of games that remind me of game that are in a Game Boy Color style. Um, I'm not gonna say more about this game so I don't spoil it. You just have to experience it yourself. Played it on my Vita. Um, yeah. So Kaichu. This is by the dev who did Merrily Perily. You are a kaiju who decides to date other kaiju and go on different dates. I played this one on stream, at least the first one of the dates on stream back in February. It only took about 13 hours I mean, 24 hours a day to complete. It's not very long. Very cute, very sweet. Get it on sale. Kansei, which is sequel to Jisei. Like the other one, this is a murder mystery. Um, this is part of Trilogy Games. If you want to play the other games, if they don't release them on consoles, just go ahead and just get it on PC. Yeah, it took me 2 days. Learn hiragana and katakana. It literally only took me a few minutes in one afternoon to get through. Just matching. And since I took Japanese in college, it didn't take me really long. Lea Legends Italia. This was a dare. I bought this game on the dare, and I played through it. That's literally all I did. So yeah. Moving on to Life is Strange. As you can see, I played the PS3 version, PS4 version, and the PS4 version of Before the Storm. So it took me a year and 2 months for this one because I remember the first episode was free, and then this game came out for free for PlayStation Plus, and I decided to sit through and finish it up a year later. Um, I also played the game on PC. It's an amazing game. That's all I can really say. The music is great. You can get the music on Spotify. Um, when I got my PS3, the first episode was still free, and then I bought the game outright at full price on the PS3 since it didn't have a physical version, and played through it again. Still amazing. That's really all I can say about. I might get the remasters version whenever I feel like it and play through it again. I might do that before Double Exposure comes out to refresh everything. But yeah, all right. Before the storm, I pre-ordered this. It was probably my last digital pre-order I got from Amazon because PlayStation stopped doing allowing you to buy digital pre-orders from different stores. Um, Took me 6 months because I did do since that was an episodic release. I played it as the episodes came out. It's a great prequel to this game. Music's great, story's great. That's really all I can say. All right, long live the queen. Um, so this was the first game I bought when I'm on Steam when I got me my Steam account years ago. Um, I would have to say the PC version is better because you have access to the debug console, which allows you to add stats. You can see scenes that you wouldn't see normally. And that's a flaw of the console version that you can't do that. It's still an amazing game. So I'll get it on sale. If they patch in a version where you can get the debug console, I will play through this again. But it took me 3 months to get through. Yeah. So I played this game for Fashion Month, by the way. Love Choice. I played this game for Asian Games Month because this is made by a Chinese developer. It's about different couples going through different parts of their relationship. Very cute, short, sweet. Took me only an hour. Marvel's Spider-Man. I talked about this game with the Left Behind Game Club a few months ago. It took me a month and 3 days. As you can see, I only have a B rank because I didn't do the DLC. I'll probably go back and do the DLC before jumping to Miles Morales. Who knows? It all depends on how I feel. Amazing game. Highly recommend getting it. I have Spider-Man 2 because it came with my PS5, but I haven't played it yet because I want to play Miles Morales first. Really, there's nothing more to be said about this game. It's an easy platinum. Mass Effect 2. Um, this is also an amazing game. I can't believe it took me so long to play Mass Effect. Um, took me 6 months to get through. um, the second game does have the flaws of the second game sequel game flaws of some stuff that had been cut out to expand other places, like for example banter between characters, like when you're in the party and things like that. But other than that, it's still an amazing game. I stressed about this game to make sure I kept everyone alive. If you saw me streaming it, remember I reloaded that save and played that boss fight over again just to keep Morden alive. So yeah. All right, Mix This by Polly, another puzzle game. This once again took me almost a year to complete because I was playing it in my free time on my Vita. All right, My Aunt is a Witch. This is also a lie. This game, I actually didn't. I'm never getting this game on the Vita unless you bought the physical copy of this game. This game is extremely buggy. You're unable to patch. There's no way to patch to fix it. Get the PS4 version. That's all I can say. It's you're also to give a story about this game. You are a kid who goes with his aunt. Aunt is a witch, and that's really it. That's all I can really say without spoiling it. But yeah, this was a struggle. Like, this time is a lie. It took me forever to get this game working. My Big Sister, also by Stringer Games. There's another one I did for the Platinum Frenzy. Um, without spoiling it, it's another horror game by Stringer Games. Very good, very sweet because it's been two sisters. It's strangely sweet. But yeah. My name is Mayo. What more can we say about that one? All right, Nicole. It took me 1 week and 1 day to complete this one. This is a mystery game by Winter Wolves. Mystery game slash stat builder. I didn't do the stat building. I mostly did just the normal visual novel mode. You're trying to figure out who is kidnapping girls on your college campus. So, One Night Stand. This is a visual novel about an experience you had with your one night stand and trying to figure out their name and everything else. Took me an hour. It's not a very long game. This isn't me speeding through it. It really is not that long. All right, so One Word by Paugi. Once again, this one took me 11 months. This is the Vita version because I played it um over the course of almost a year on my Vita when I got off of work, or during downtimes at work. And basically, this is the same thing. Well, this one I lost my job and I needed something to play, so I for Puzzle Month, so I blew through this entire game in 9 hours because I played it before. Puzzle Journey, like Halloween Puzzle, this is a free game. It's a free matching game. The difficulty spike is at the very end, which is why it took me 3 days. Red Bow, just like Just Ignore Them and My Big Sister. This is by String of Games. It's a horror game. I can't say more without spoiling it. Resident Evil 5. This is another one that I had a very hard platinum to get. It took me 3 years and 8 months. I completed most of the game by myself and then got a person that I do not talk with anymore to help me complete the rest of it, except, of course, the DLC stuff, which is not DLC stuff, yeah. We completed the DLCs. This was just like the Versus and Mercenaries. Um, this is a very fun game. It's not a horror game, but it's very fun. I recommend people getting Resident Evil 5. And also, my controversial take, Resident Evil 5 does not need a remake. We do not need a remake of Resident Evil 5 at all. We just need Code Veronica and then going on to Resident Evil 9. That's it. Full stop. Please stop with the remakes of games that don't need it. There we go. Alright. Return of the Obra Dinn. I streamed this game. This once again is an amazing game by Lucas Polk. Um, you're an insurance agent who is off to go basically conduct an investigation on a ship that went missing and now suddenly found its way back into port almost 3 years later. And you're trying to figure out what happened. And you have a magical watch that shows you the time of death and what happened to some of the crew at the time of death. There's not much I can say about this game without spoiling it. Just play it yourself. It literally does not take that long to play. All right, Rocket Arena. Um, this game can be simply called wasted potential video game. If this was released a few years earlier, probably not in 2020, but like 2018-ish, it would have thrived more. I got this game for free 2 times. Once on PC and then once on PlayStation. And I didn't play either times until around January of this year when it said it was actually going to shut down, but it doesn't take long to get whatever you need. And it really didn't, but it was a grind because you have to fight against bots. Fight with bots and against bots, and then of course the rotation to get what you need is hard to get. I ran into more people at the end because there was community events, and so, but yeah, this is wasted potential of video games. The characters, I loved actually character designs, the voice acting, everything. But it lacked a story mode, and that's it. Like I hope that Final Strike was able to get the rights of their characters and such and their world and everything from EA and all EA had was the right to publish the game because I would love to see more about the world creator from this dev, maybe from a different game. Oh well, but yeah, you can't get this game anymore. The servers have been all these trophies are online only. So yeah, save room. If you are too afraid to play Resident Evil 4, this game is for you. You're just using the attach case and putting all your stuff in. Doesn't take long. It was very short and sweet. Simulacra is another horror game that I played alongside of Obra Dinn. You find a girl's lost phone and you are trying to figure out what happened to her. I really hope they do put the sequels on console. They're very fun. If they don't, they're on PC. Yeah. Stranded Deep. As you can see, it took me 18 seconds. I've got the same why. So this game came out for free on PlayStation Plus a couple of years ago. Well, actually 2 years ago. And there was a bug last summer about how um, where you could just pop platinum if you join in and join up in a world with someone who already has it. And that's what happened. So that's what I got because I was playing this game, but it's a grind as you can see. And I did play a little not here, but with someone else. And it actually does look fun, so I might come back to this and actually play this legitimately. But yeah, that's why it only takes 18 seconds. And this is really my fastest platinum. All right, strawberry vinegar. Um, very short game. It's about a demon. It's about a little girl who ends up being a demon with a sweet tooth, and it's a very soft little girl, like not little girl, but teenage love story. Yeah. So another game by EBMA. But yeah. So, right, Sakio watermelon fruits. So I'm a little disappointed with this one because I thought I've seen this game being played on stream by different streamers on Twitch. And I was like, oh, it's on PlayStation. I can play it. And it wasn't really anything. And I platinumed it in 30 minutes. So yeah, mm, that's really all I can say. I'm disappointed. Right, Synergia. I played this one for LGBT for Pride Month back in 2022. I had a physical copy of this game. I got this is one another physical from the Vita. Um, it took me 5 days. I can't say more about this game. It's without spoiling it, but it's cyberpunk ish. So Syrup in the Ultimate Suite. Played on my Vita for dating sim month. You are a um candy maker slash magician, and I there's nothing else I can really say. Of course, I played again 2 years later, and it only took me. I literally got the end of the game faster. All right, Takarita meets Fries. You are a sea princess, octopus princess who ends up loving fries, and is very short and sweet. Yeah, that's all I can say. Alrighty, so Tales from the Borderlands. What can we say about Tales of the Borderlands that hasn't been said already? This it's amazing. This is the game. This version is the one I got from free from PlayStation Plus. This is actually my very first ever platinum that I ever got. And then of course I ended up getting the Vita, PS3 version. Don't pay the PS3 version; it's buggy. Because this game was definitely made for PS4. Um, amazing game. If you already own a Borderlands game, you can get the Pandora Collection for $29 on PlayStation, and you can get this game, the update release of this game, um, the place Borderlands. Like if you own Borderlands 1, you can get this game, New Tales from Borderlands, which I haven't played and I heard was really bad, so I'm not looking forward to it. The Enhanced Collection of Borderlands and Borderlands 3 and all of its DLCs. Yeah. Teacup. I played this game for the cozy game challenge I'm in. You are a introverted little frog who finds out that she has run out of tea and other things for her tea party. And so she leaves her house and goes to find the things she needs. It's very short and sweet. It only took about 8 hours. That's really it. Infections Madness of Dr. Decker. This is a game I played for Horror Game Month last year. You are a person who's stepping in for Dr. Decker who was murdered, and you are trying to figure out who killed him. And every single person in that you're talking, his clients are not well. Yeah. The jumping nuggets. So I actually thought this was going to be a platformer, but it is literally just like I am Mayo, and that's all I'm going to say. The pizza delivery boy who saved the world. I streamed this one last year. I got a key from the dev and played it through and platinumed it. Um, I love FMV games. This one's actually really funny. You're a late 20 something, almost 30 something delivery boy who gets who finds themselves in a plot to that almost destroys the world and turns people into cats. It's interesting. Yeah. The Sims 4. As you can see, it took me 3 days and 23 hours to platinum this game last year. Um, I do not recommend what I did to get this platinum. Just do it through. Yeah, it's rough. All right, The Voices Stories. So I also thought it was going to be a visual novel, but this is literally someone's fan fiction or like what they were essay put into video game form. It was not proofread, and I guess they assumed that people weren't going to read it. I read it. It only took me 3 minutes to read all of it. It was not good, y'all. Wolf Among Us. Once again, I have played this game twice. It's an amazing game, super good. Um, you're actually going to see in a couple of months that it's going to be the PS3 version is going to be up here. Um, I can't. I hope that The Wolf Among Us 3 is not canceled again because I've been waiting for that game for a long time. It's amazing. Twin Mirror. This is by the same people who did Life is Strange. You can definitely tell this was supposed to be episodic. This game was actually supposed to come out years ago. I do remember the before the pandemic. It was supposed to come out before then, but then there was radio silence, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's releasing. Here we go." You are a journalist coming back for the funeral of his friend who he hadn't spoken to in a while because he how can I explain this? You're a journalist who exposed that the mine in the town that you lived in was not was not being safe and therefore had to close. But in the end, by doing that, you also made people lose a lot of their jobs, and a lot of people are mad at you for that, saying that there's sometimes you shouldn't do something, which is weird. That I didn't like that argument. But and also he tried to propose to the woman he loved, and she turned down the proposal, and then she ended up getting up with his best friend, and they end up being murdered. And you're trying to figure out who killed him, why they killed him, and uncover a plot in the town. Depending on he actually has an imaginary friend who who you can either believe in what the imaginary friend says or ignore him, and that gives you the different endings of the game. Um, I do hate that you don't realize who the actual killer is unless you ignore the imaginary friend. Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. Unpacking. Played it earlier this year. Um, very. I love stories that tell you so much with so little, and unpacking is one of them. Until Dawn. Took me 2 years and 4 months to complete this game. As you can, I think, as you guys know, the remaster is coming out this year. Looks amazing. Took The only reason it took me 2 years was that I beat the game and then stopped, and then I went back and finished it up about 2 years later. Um, that's really all I could say. Bear Blanc Full Moon. This is another one by Winter Wolves, I believe. It is a mystery story about you find out werewolves exist. Yeah, Virginia. This is another game that set that there is no talking, but it says so much with so little it gives you. Also, if you look at the trophy list, it doesn't tell you how you get those trophies at all, because the point of the game for this is that just play through the game and the trophies will pop. Like you're gonna figure, wait, what did I do? But the point is you just play the game. You are trying to find a missing kid. You're an FBI agent, and also the FBI has tasked you to spy on your partner. And it took me a week. What remains of Edith Finch? Half of this was an auto pop. Because on the same day I did this, I also beat the PS4 version that didn't have a trophy. Um, Amazing game. Go play it. That's all I can really say about that. Where the bees make money, make honey. This is a game where I went into it thinking it was something else, but it it was a very surrealist video game. That's all I can say. Um, Who Pressed Mute and Uncle Marcus? This is an FMV game by Wales Interactive. If you don't know, Wales Interactive does a lot of FMV games. I think they're actually bringing the FMV scene back. Um, where you are a lawyer whose uncle messages him on Zoom and tells him, "Hey, at the last family meeting, I got poisoned. I'm dying. Figure out which one of your family members which one of the people in the family did it." And that's what your goal is. Took me a week to do it, get through it. Interesting game. All right, Without Escape. This was a horror game that I played on my PS4. It's a cross buy with the Vita. Um, there's really not much I could say. And finally, the non-array games. Zero Skate took me 3 years to complete this game because wanted to do it without a guide, and I had to stop and actually do a guide. Um, it's an amazing game. I gotta play the last one very soon. Um, that's really all I can say about it. So yeah, all right, but yeah, that is my platinum list. Um, and then of course you can see these are trophies I got yesterday in Overwatch. Alrighty, so we're gonna do 100%, and of course it's gonna be really shorter. Um, so let's see, not 100% or platinum. All right, so my 100% games, I'm trying to find it right here. Big Dipper, that's one of them. This is a short romance game. There's no platinum with it. I would get this on sale. But the more important one is Firewatch. There is no platinum with this game, but it's an amazing game. I got the bundle with on my PS4 that had the dynamic theme, and that's one thing I do miss about my PS5 is that the dynamic thing on the PS4 showed you different, like it went with the time of day. Um, and let's see, I talked about this one. This is the key I got for free. It took me about a day to do. How to Fool Boyfriend. If you don't know, if you didn't get this game when it was given out for free, you don't have it. Um, because it got delisted when Devolver General bought when Epic Games bought Mediatonic, and then Epic Games never relisted these games. Um, which was a big issue that MOA had. If you don't know, follow them on Twitter. Yeah, but this is um it's an interesting game. Played on PC because even though the PC version doesn't have the extra route that the PlayStation version has. This took me a year to do because I tried to do it around Christmas like I usually do, but I ended up finishing it a year later. Right. And Journey, Hue. Hue is another one. If you play it on PlayStation, your light bar changes to whatever color you're using. Um, Journey is the same way, and this is it. I don't know how to explain Journey. It's just beautiful. Definitely recommend playing it. I think that's the only game I have left. There's What Remains of Edith Finch. Yeah, that's the only game I have for completion. Alrighty, so I guess I was going to talk about platinums and how not platinums, but trophy hunting and trophies in general. Um, as I play through my PS3 games, actually, I should probably go to all again so you guys can see it. And last played. All right. Um, I can tell as I play through some games. If you don't know already, I like having physical media and I like playing games that seem like they'll enjoy me. The one thing I don't like is that when I look at your trophy list and I see that you're difficult for no reason or you're grindy for no reason other than the pad all the time, and I hate that. Um, this is an online game, so yeah, it's difficult for a reason. Um, I was lucky that I got these yesterday. But let's talk about, of course, these are games I just started. Let's talk about a game that is grindy for no reason. Alright, so Celeste, the main story is fine. The other one where you have to play in a little mini game, and it, and that's actually where I'm stuck at. As you can see, I haven't gotten the trophy since the 17th of April. But let's find another one. I know that's a roguelite, so that's why it's like that. As you can see, didn't finish that one. What's another one that's grindy for no reason? Hello Neighbor is one of them, of course. This is one. This is one that's grindy for no fucking reason. So there, if you don't know, there is actually, let's open it up. As you can see, I have a lot of games I haven't completed, mostly because I had to stop because I'm just like, bro, how long does it take to get me to your first trophy? Or some of these are just games I just registered to make sure they worked. Um, Also, Among Us. So I know this one's coming out for free next month, but if you don't know, there is this game crashes and it corrupts your save. I don't know about the PS. I don't know about the PS5 version, but the PS4 version doesn't. It's weird. Ugh, I know, and it sucks. Um, let's see. This one. So there is a trophy in this one in Detroit Become Human where you have to view all the um all the magazines. However, there are magazines you don't get unless you intentionally try to die. There are magazines you don't get unless you intentionally go on a different route, like do a certain thing. There are magazines you don't get if a character is still alive. It that's why I'm stuck here. I'm stuck at 73% even though I'm almost close to the end of the game. Yeah. Um but yeah, I all the games I have played because I enjoy them. I like fighting games. This is a game where I don't care that I'll never get the platinum for. I just enjoy it. This is another one where I don't care if I get the platinum for it or not. I just enjoy playing it. Um, but there are others where I went into it and I'm just like, bro, what is this? Like Mini Metro. This one is not actually does not fall into that. That's grindy for no reason because you actually do have the grind so you can understand to do it. And it's just me. The only reason I stopped here is that it's me being afraid of the DLC. But yeah, these are all my games. And these are only the ones that I have actually put the disc in or have downloaded once to see if it worked. But yeah, Far Cry 4. So these are story ones I've done. But there is this one here is actually hard to do because apparently you have to have a certain level for it. And then there is this one down here, the Reach Arena Ring 5. What the most grindy piece of shit is this? But yeah. Uh but yeah, that's my trophy list, guys. Um I'll probably do it again later on this year once I get more trophies, once I get more platinums, and just to show off the cozy games that I've done. I actually do a list of cozy games. Um because I have joined a little a little event to get as many cozy games done as I can. And so, alrighty, guys, I'm yawning. I'm going to take a break. I will see you guys back for Overwatch. I've been talking for a whole hour. Am I?